I am very, very, very honored to tell you all that we have a very important person with us today, our speaker, Mr. Abhinav Thakur. He is the Managing Director of Accurex Biomedical Private Limited. He has a wonderful experience in medical device industry. So we welcome you.
Thank you. For today, I'm going to be talking about a very important segment in medical diagnostics, that is the point of care diagnostics. And this segment is one of the fastest growing segments at about 40% growth. So we'll go further and see how this benefits the patients. So point of care diagnostics is diagnostics that's done outside the laboratory in most of the cases. It's done by the bedside, it's done in the clinics, or it could even be done at home. So point of care diagnostics can fill the gap between test and treat. And in India, it's especially very important because 70% of India's population lives in the rural areas. And the dichotomy is that 75% of medical infrastructure is in urban areas. And this is our healthcare pyramid, if you look at it. So our majority of our healthcare is in the sub-centers, that is the primary health centers. So again, you can see the biggest touch point for patients in India comes from the sub-centers and the primary health centers. And these are the places that can be made very strong for diagnosing disease in advance, so that the patients don't have to travel all the way to the sub-district hospital or the community health centers or even the district hospital. This was a study done that shows how by using point of care diagnostics, the cost benefit is done. So if you look at the left-hand side, this is the current scenario where of an average rural citizen in our country, he spends 3 days for just getting a treatment, which could be a simple OPD treatment. And on the right-hand side, you can see the proposed model where on day one, he goes to the doctor and he gets the report and the prescription on the same day. So in the end, the patient ends up saving cost of travel. Other benefits are having lab results at the point of care enables the physician to initiate or adjust a course of treatment. So if you go to a doctor and he can do your diagnostics at the point of care in his clinic, in the physician's chambers, then he can immediately prescribe you medicine and he can also adjust the course of the treatment immediately. This is just a model we built up of an example if just some basic tests are being done in the gym. For example, you can do diabetes monitoring, HbA1c, that is a 3-month blood sugar. You can do your blood glucose, you can do your blood pressure, you can do your SpO2 and your lipid profile and your hemoglobin. All these tests can be done easily in a gym, and that's where you're getting the health conscious people coming to the gym regularly. And for them, they would not think twice before getting these tests done because it's so convenient for them. They can just go in there and do the testing. I feel we'll see more of preventive tests coming in, and especially now with COVID, health has become the #1 priority for most people. So you're seeing that because health is becoming a bigger priority, people are going to go out and do more testing and they're going to look for more point of care testing so they can get the results in their busy schedule. Especially for our country, the challenge is we are facing a shortage of trained laboratory technicians. So as per the WHO statistics, 38% of laboratories were not having trained technicians. This is a big challenge. So you can have the best of machines bought by the government in tenders, but if you don't have the human resource, trained laboratory technicians to run these machines are of no use. So here comes in point of care testing, which doesn't need a laboratory technician to be trained very well. You don't need a laboratory technician. You can even train the nurse, or you can even train anybody else in the healthcare system to do the point of care testing. Another big challenge we face in a lot of parts of our country, we don't feel this in the cities. You can see this happening in a lot of rural areas where the power goes for hours and maybe even for a day. So in this case, point of care testing plays an important role because they need to be stored at room temperature in most of the cases, and that is a big boon for especially areas where there's low power availability. AI, artificial intelligence, one of the most important things is data. Data is king. The more data you have, the better your AI algorithms will work out. And this is a boon for a country like us with having 1.3 billion population. We can get huge amounts of data. And this data will give us a real big edge in making AI work here for a healthcare system. Here is a simple diagnostic device that has become really popular nowadays, the pulse oximeter, and it's a solution at your fingertips. This can really help people who are at home during COVID, who are probably not very sick, who are asymptomatic, so they can monitor their oxygen saturation levels so that they go to the hospital only when it's required and when they are in an emergency scenario or they're falling sick. And when they're not unwell, they can stay at home, self-quarantine. So this helps in reducing the load on the hospitals, and at the same time it helps the patient, because the patient can go to the hospital when he really needs to and not at a later stage, at an early stage before his lungs are affected. He can go to the hospital. Another very exciting area is saliva testing. So this is being done in Japan. There's a research going on which Japanese have developed a saliva test to detect COVID-19 in 30 minutes. I hope that this test will come to the market soon, so it will help us to fight this pandemic. Talking about some general trends on the diagnostics, there is research papers that have mentioned in the next 20 years, maybe we'll not even have labs anymore for general testing, like your glucose, cholesterol, etc. The entire lab, as you can see in this picture, will be in a chip. And this chip will have all the tests which are embedded in the chip. And this chip will be inside your body, and it will send your glucose levels, your cholesterol levels, your lipid levels to your mobile phone, or even to your doctor, your healthcare provider. And there's already research happening on this, where there is a lab on a chip product come out from a company. This has become very common nowadays. It used to be something we used to imagine that is going to come out pretty soon, and it has been in the market now for about a couple of years. So as you can see, this is a patch that you can attach to your skin, and it has a lifespan of 72 hours, and it will continuously, every hour, monitor the glucose levels in your body and send the levels to your mobile phone. And this is pain-free. It is attached to you, and you can go about your day. You can go in the water, you can go for a run, you can live a normal life and have your sugar checked. Research again being done on biosensor tattoos. These are microchips that are printed directly on your skin, and it's a health sensor that can monitor the temperature of the wearer, the hydration levels, and it can even withstand showering and swimming. So this is important for athletes who need to monitor their temperature or their hydration levels when they're taking part in competitive sports. Malaria, again, it's a big disease in our country, and there's research being done on laser scanning so you just put your fingerprint and you can detect the malaria in your blood. This is something that is actually happening, and Apple Watch, which has been launched, has an ECG, and it's approved by even the US FDA. And as our guru of technology, Steve Jobs, he has said, I think the biggest innovation of the 21st century will be at the intersection of biology and technology. A new era in beginning is coming. And in the end, I would like to say thank you for your time. And we are in one of the most important industries today that makes a very big difference in the lives of people, and especially in the COVID pandemic. In the end, if nothing else matters really, if you don't have health.